You are now entering the box. All right, we are back for episode 19. Today we have the owner of Twigs Bakery and the Salted Lemon, and her. You work there, right? The manager, or what? What was it? Kelsey. I know it's Kelsey.
Yes, I do social media, and I do a lot of designing for the market, things like that. So.
Well, that's perfect because I love social media. So, perfect person to bring here. Well, thank you very much for joining me.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us.
It's awesome. So before we get started, one of the things I try to ask, I forget a lot of times, but the hardest part of being a small business owner. We're going to put that in the back of your head, and we'll just revisit that at the end of the podcast. All right, so Twigs Bakery. How long ago did you guys start? It hasn't been that long, right?
Twigs was conceptualized. Is that the right word? It came into conception January 2017.
Okay. Did you actually start doing it then, or?
So my husband and I started in 2015. And that was at the time was called Timily's Treats. It was our name combined, Tim and Emily. And about two years into that, I realized I wanted something that would be more permanent, like a revamp on our business. We decided, okay, we're doing this thing. We're going to be doing it for the rest of our lives. What do we want as a name that we can look back at? That's something that means something to us. Yeah. That also sounds a little bit less corny.
Yeah. So where did the name Twigs come about?
It is based off of mine and my husband's favorite Bible verse, Ecclesiastes 4:12, which talks about 3 strands of a cord. Basically, whenever you're a business owner, you go through a lot of ups and downs.
For sure.
I wanted something that I could look at that kept me mellow, and basically that particular Bible verse focuses on husband and wife and how important that is to each other.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted the focus to be on. So even if we had our really high, we would stay humble and look at that and be like, it's about us. It's about our family. And then even when we're, feeling helpless and things get really bad, we can look at it and be like, don't worry, it's about us. It's about our family.
Yeah. Nice. That's awesome. So were you just kind of baking, doing stuff at home then originally? And
yeah. Whenever my husband and I first got together, we were a little untraditional with our dates. Most people, go out to the movies or go out to dinner. And we actually, for the first 3 years we were together, we never went out to dinner together alone or anything. We just made the dinner. We kept on experimenting with foods. We both grew up in a very box mix household, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
A lot of Kraft mac and cheese and Hamburger Helper. And so him and I started discovering food together and discovering baking together and wanted to really learn how to make from scratch.
Interesting.
And so instead of putting our money that we had into date night out elsewhere, we put it into date night at home, learning together.
Okay. How long have you been with the business? Were you guys friends previously, or?
I met Kelsey through her wedding. We did her and her husband's wedding because we do a lot of weddings, and Kelsey kept begging to work for us.
I've just always been such a fan. Yeah, I think it was 2017 probably. I went to a wedding and they had their donuts, and I fell in love. And I knew that I wanted to have them at my wedding. And my husband actually went to high school with her.
Yeah,
they hung out, so it was interesting.
Nice.
But and so then I saw a post that she did one day just saying how busy she was, and I have this experience and I'd love to, be on your team, and she just took me up on the offer, and so last July I started.
So what's your background?
So I have a marketing degree and art background and things like that, and then I worked for a corporate travel agency, and then COVID hit and people were getting furloughed left and right, and I was just not happy and was kind of tired of the corporporate life, and
I swept her off her feet.
Yeah. And the rest is history.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So where'd you go to school at?
I started at SIUE and I graduated at UIS.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So when did the actual storefront, was that?
We in goodness, what year is that? 2018.
I'm terrible with years also.
It's all right.
I'll put you to your test on here. I always got to jump back like, all right, so last year was this, the year before was that.
Do a little countdown. Yeah, in 2018, we started inside of Custom Cup Coffee, and they're actually downtown. So that was kind of what helped us get our foot in the door a little bit. It was like a slow transition from farmer's market to, I would consider.
So you're doing the farmer's market first?
Yeah, that's how we started, was the farmer's market. And when we felt like we were ready for that next step, I was too scared of a storefront because I feel like people go big too soon sometimes.
Right.
I wanted to learn and
hone your craft.
Yeah, exactly. And the health department actually said that Custom Cup had a really nice commercial kitchen that they really weren't using.
Yeah.
And so I had reached out to them, and they took a chance on us. And,
wow.
And let us start in there, which was really cool. And we were there for a year. And then I felt like I had really learned from them and was ready to grow and take that next step, because we had really outgrown that space, sharing it with somebody else too. And so our first official storefront was January 2019.
Okay. Nice. Well, that was. I mean, I feel like that was a pretty good idea to just get started in there.
Yeah. Slow baby steps.
Yeah.
And then now we're like, boom.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Blown up. Well, you guys got I mean, that was one of the things. I mean, we've had your stuff before, but you know, when we were kind of just looking at people in town and whatnot, that'd be interesting to have on. You know, Ryan suggested you guys. He's like, man, they have a really big following. And I was like, wow, they do. They almost got like 12,000 followers. That's pretty good. So that's, should I give you a little bit of credit for that?
She built it and I'm maintaining it.
Yeah. Grow it.
Maintaining it. It's tough, man. We do, I don't know how much you know about Oopbox in general, but we do a lot of social media for a lot of businesses strictly because it's hard to run your business and run your social media and stay on top of it, make sure you're posting and stuff like that. So it's important to have somebody. Yeah, it's so important. Right. You guys, it is good though. I was looking at, you know, a lot of your pictures on there and just the way that you kind of do stuff, and it's just, food is so visual.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
That
you eat with your eyes.
Yeah, it's such an important, social media that's why it's so nice with like food
sure.
industry. It's just crazy that if the people that don't use it properly, you know, that are doing food or bakery or whatever. I just want to give you some credit there from a local social media person. No, it's very good. How much, I'm gonna guess I know the answer to this, but how much credit would you give to social media for the growth of your business?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I would say, if I had to take a guess, I would say like upwards of 80%.
Yeah.
And the rest would be word of mouth, which even I would consider word of mouth because of social media. Because of Facebook shares and people posting in their stories and people making their own posts and then people sharing those posts and commenting on those posts. That's why we've really social media is free, and we've taken advantage of the fact that is free advertising. And another big thing that we do is we'll do giveaways, which though the cost of the giveaway, other than that, I mean, it's free out. You get hundreds of shares on a giveaway, and more people than that didn't know about you or learning about your business.
Yeah, it's definitely probably, especially when you get a decent following started, doing the giveaway on something like that, you know, like you guys have, definitely would. Cheaper way to do it, I guess, than you know. At least you're not giving the money straight to Facebook. You know, giving it to the people.
Exactly.
It has, you know. I mean, you said social media is free, but it definitely has changed a lot. There's a lot of kind of like pay to play going on. You know, it doesn't show up in a lot of news feeds unless people are checking on it.
Exactly.
Fair enough. And
all
that's
the algorithms.
Why, that's why whatever we post, we want to be worth it, because I think that what is so important. Every photo you post, though we don't have necessarily professional photos all the time, we're taking them on our iPhone. Yeah, we make sure that they're good quality photos that really show off whatever it is, because that's what captures people's attention first.
For sure. And it's amazing what, you know, the phones can do now.
I know. It's crazy.
Well,
all the cameras.
Yeah, and it's actually interesting. I mean, this is just kind of me nerding out, but it's called computational photography, because it uses like computers to make in your phone. It uses like a computer to make the photos look better. And regular
cool.
cameras don't really do that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird where the industry's going when you look at cameras.
Yeah.
And phones, but it's just my little nerdy
Computational.
nerdy
I'm
input
into it.
there.
I love it.
We'll take note on that.
Yeah. It's,
Some
you're not
research
going to get
after
me
this.
anywhere, but that's basically what a phone picture is called. Computational photography. You'll probably look and be like, he was completely wrong on there. I feel like I missed that.
Let me just
Google it real quick.
No, so Three Twigs did. Where's your current? Share where your current location is now for those that don't know.
So, what's kind of wild, we haven't really officially announced it yet,
Oh.
but we actually.
Is this the official announcement?
I won't say the
Exclusive?
address yet.
teaser.
I'll give a teaser, but we actually believe we finally found our forever home. We've been searching for about a year now for
Really?
a place that we can have plenty of space to grow into and be at forever, because
Nice.
like I said, we moved from Farmers Market to Custom Cup to Toronto Road. I don't want to keep moving. I want Three Twigs to have a home in Springfield that's forever
Yeah, it's
lasting.
tough to keep letting people know where you're at.
Exactly.
and,
Yeah. It can cause confusion, and we don't want that. We just have grown a lot, and that's why whatever space we found, which we found it,
Nice.
is we wanted it to be big enough for us to not have to worry about like, oh no, is this enough space
Move again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we were going through that same thing. We're trying to find a building, and I'm like, I want to get something big enough where I don't have to move for a long time. You know,
it's tough.
And,
And you want a space that has a lot of community potential growth and a space that's affordable.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different factors to look at.
all right, so everybody, stay tuned
Yeah.
for the official address. when do you think you'll be doing that?
March 1st is whenever we officially decided to let it be known. We
Okay.
wanted to get some ducks in a row
Oh,
first. And
so
then
close.
I know, it is so close, so close. But yeah, March 1st is when we're making that official announcement.
Nice. How long do you think it'll be before you move in over there?
I'm a pretty quick mover. When I have my mind set to
Yeah,
something, it happens
get it going.
quick. Yeah. So my goal would be like first week of April we
Nice.
open.
That'll be awesome. That'll be
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm excited.
Well, early congratulations.
Thanks, sir.
Look forward to that announcement. So you guys, in the middle of this whole pandemic, decided to open the Salted Lemon as well.
And biscuits and brunch next door too.
And that's part of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that already in process, or how did that?
So biscuits and brunch, we had signed the lease for that location. What year did COVID happen? 2020.
Yeah,
Last year.
Business, not
Yeah.
location.
Oh, sorry. That we decided to sign the lease for that business, for that spot in 2019. It was right around my birthday, so October 2019. We had already signed a lease.
Okay.
And our plan was to open. It was supposed to be the day of your wedding. What day was that?
April 4th.
April 4th was our opening day, April 4th, 2020. And then, as you know, COVID hit, and that
So
kind of
that
had
was
to be
already
pushed.
in the works.
It was, yeah. And we didn't let it intimidate us too much. We just wanted to obviously follow the rules and everything and make people feel safe. So we ended up being able to open about a month later than anticipated, which in the grand scheme of things, I feel like it's very fortunate. And we had great success with it. And then the building next door had been sitting empty for a while.
Cherry Berry, right?
Yeah. And they were only open seasonally. And
so this is the corner, just so people know,
Yeah.
of Chatham and Isles.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I had the owner of Cherryberry come over one day on a really busy Saturday. And I thought he was coming to like get mad at me because it was so busy.
Get
in the
your
parking
stuff out of here. Get them out of my spots.
The parking lot was full, and we had a tent up. And so I was like, oh no, he's coming to find me to yell at me. Instead, he was like, hey, you really look like you know what you're doing. And I want to retire and move to, wherever. So you want this space over here? And I have a vision board, which is very normal
Nice.
for a child. I started at like 8 years old, and
Have you taken over this vision?
We have one together now.
Yeah,
so.
we do. Yeah, but on my vision board was an ice cream shop, and I'm like, well, yeah, I'll take it. I
Already
know.
got the machines and
Yeah,
everything over there.
exactly. It just seemed like a really great setup, and I figured if someone else were to take it, they would probably either keep it a Cherryberry or people would see it as more of like a money opportunity versus an opportunity for something really cool in Springfield.
Yeah.
Something made from scratch. Like, we really care about quality, and I feel like when people go in and take over a business space, they see money.
Right.
And though we tend to make less money than other businesses because we care about quality, I don't care. That's what it's about. That's why we have the crowds, is because we care about every single thing that we produce.
Yeah.
So I didn't have money because we just did biscuits and brunch.
Yeah.
And so my accountant at the time, he's still my accountant, made a joke of, next time you open a business, I want to be a part of it because you're on fire. And I was like, I literally called him that day after service was over, and I said, hey, so I know you're joking, but like, how serious would you want to be?
Yeah.
And he said, I'm all in, let's do it. Didn't even question me, didn't even ask me what it was.
Right.
Just said, let's do it. And so he helped me open that up, and he's been more of a part of it than we ever anticipated. And I feel like it's because of that we were able to grow so quickly. So now we have 3 businesses.
Yeah. And so you help with social media and everything on all 3 of them?
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, you definitely need somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez.
I need someone now.
That's literally what we were saying. It's crazy. Between emails and Facebook and Instagram,
It's a lot.
it's a lot.
So are you handling, like, when you say emails, just like people like with questions or website responses or something?
Yeah. So it's just people with questions, people that want to collaborate, people that, you know, looking for just big orders, things like that.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Nice. So how's that? I got to admit, I haven't been to eat the biscuits and brunch or salted lemon yet.
Failure.
It is on. I know it's on my list. Ryan actually told me, he's like, you got to tell her that this sandwich is really good.
Oh my god.
What sandwich was it?
B&B, the burger last week.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was
I
the
think
patty melt.
Yeah,
I
the
do
patty
admit
melt,
I
yes.
saw a picture of it, but
It's even better than the picture.
I was like, I'm not gonna lie to her. I'll tell her I haven't been there. I've had 3 Twigs, but are they connected?
So the only way, I guess, if I'm being honest, the only way that the 3 businesses are connected is that it's the same owners. Other than that, it's 3 separate.
But I mean, like, can you go
Physically
like,
connected.
Oh, shoot.
yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Whoops. Sorry.
Tell me your business strategy.
Yes. So crazy enough, we had.
I will say that's a smart thing, though. The 3 separate.
Yeah. We
Smart business.
kept it separate. But so for the salted lemon and biscuits and brunch, I had what I thought was like an amazing idea to knock a hole in the wall and make it to where people could walk through. And I think that it kind of unintentionally backfired on me, because then a lot of people just thought it was one big business. So people were like going next door to eat and like, or asking for breakfast or a coffee from the salted lemon, or they were grabbing market items and going next door to biscuits and brunch and trying to check out. So it kind of caused some confusion, and we were in the midst of trying to figure out how to fix that confusion whenever we realized that our market on the salted lemon side is actually doing really, really well. And we needed to expand that, and the only direction we could go would be where that door is. So it kind of is a kill 2 birds in 1 stone situation, to where we're actually going to be hopefully causing less confusion now by not having the door, and we're also adding shelves to our market space.
Okay.
So yeah, but we've noticed, we did a little tester the past 2 weeks where we've kept it closed and just had like other shelving there covering it up, and nobody's been upset about it.
Yeah.
It hasn't stopped customers from going to both places,
Right.
and we've had much smoother services too, where customers aren't confused and stuff.
Yeah,
So
interesting.
it happens sometimes where you think you have great ideas and they aren't always great.
Yeah, definitely. You got to pivot.
Yeah, pivot. Yeah, that's
good.
my life.
Well, you had to definitely pivot with COVID coming.
Yeah.
I think everybody had to. How'd you handle that? Were you like to-go stuff? People pick up?
I feel like when I say that pivot is my life, it's because something I feel really proud of us and proud of our team is the fact that we're ready to pivot at any time.
Yeah.
That we're not willing to let anything get in our way or stop us.
Get comfortable.
Yeah, and that's even prior to COVID, that's how you have to be. And post-COVID world, that's how you have to be. If you're going to be a small business owner, you have to pivot. And there will be times where it will be things that you would never expect, like COVID. But we were the best kind of ready we could be in this situation. We made it work. We had to change a lot, which was not fun. And like I was talking about, causing confusion to customers, that's something you don't want. But during this time, it felt like because there was constant changes with regulations, we were constantly having to change what we were doing, how we were operating, the best way to operate, learning and from our mistakes, trying to,
Then you're
fix
probably
things.
trying to relay all of it.
Yeah, exactly. And she's great at it, though. I
Spend
mean,
like
really.
an hour on just, okay, how do I word this?
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
So you're just doing like carry out. You said you had a tent though?
We did, yeah.
Okay.
Last summer. It's so weird. It's almost been a year.
I know it went by. It seemed like
Yeah.
it just flew by because you couldn't do anything or
I
something.
know.
It was really weird.
Yeah, so crazy.
What'd you do this summer? Sat inside.
Yeah.
It was great.
Exactly.
I was
Binge
joking
watch
around.
TVs.
I was joking around because like right over there on the corner of Isles and Koki Mill, right? Yeah, where there's like Brick House,
Yeah.
Home Plate, Corner. They all had tents out. I was like, it's like the freaking fairgrounds out here. I was like, this is like a little
that.
festival going
I
on. You can
know.
just walk around. I was like, they should just keep it like this.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I like the idea of like people having tents outside, be able
Yeah.
to hang out there covered at least, and little lighting. Everybody
Yeah.
has a little lighting for nighttime and stuff.
It is really, it's pretty out. I love the idea of the twinkle lights and
Yeah.
cool hangout outdoor spot.
So like your 3 Twigs, I assume you like carry that stuff at the.
Yeah, so that's something when I thought you were asking the question
Yeah.
earlier, I was going to say, other than us all owning all of 3 businesses, is also the fact that we collaborate a lot, because why not support each other? We collaborate with dozens of other local businesses as well.
I saw that.
But
It's all a little tacoology share
Yeah,
there. Go get tacos and come get
yeah, we
dessert.
we not to sound corny, but it's community over competition. And I know that's such a cliche and everybody says that, but we really believe it. We love every business in Springfield. We want to see their success.
Yeah.
I love small business owners. They're going through all the same things we are. I mean, we should be wanting to build each other up more than anybody, because we're the only people that really know what we're actually going through.
Have you found that a lot of people are willing to do stuff? I feel like sometimes in Springfield, like, I don't know if it's just more like in my space, but sometimes people are so like weird about stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I guess like say maybe I've tried to collaborate with somebody and they're like almost scared that it's like going to take a customer or take like, I don't know. It's I guess maybe it's a little bit weirder in my space, but
I can understand where you're coming from. Some people, I think, get maybe not even necessarily intimidated, but like you said, they might think like, oh, I can't afford to lose customers. But honestly, there's enough customers in Springfield and surrounding area for all of us to share.
Yeah.
So I really, even if there's somebody just like you guys, I wouldn't see it as, "Grr, another one." Like, instead it's like, okay, good, because I have too many, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
We need to spread the love. We need to help each other. And we're all different too.
Yeah.
You could specialize in one thing while another media place might specialize in something different for a different need of a different customer. And that's how I feel about
I guess
food
it's
too.
not so much like, I guess it's not so much the business now because we pretty much handle everything in house.
Yeah.
I guess it was more like maybe when I was like just starting off, like just me or something, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was, I don't know if it was like a competition thing or like a jealousy. I don't know what it was. You
It
know what I
is
mean? It just
pretty
always
common,
kind of
yeah.
seemed like that.
I totally get that. I think that that's why I was really impressed when like Custom Cut welcomed us pretty quickly, because though they
Well, that's
weren't
a
doing
good, like,
pastries,
I was going to say, that's a good
yeah,
like add-on
it's
there.
just the fact that they were so ready to like help support us and teach us and, you know, help us get to where we wanted to go.
Yeah, that's
There's not a
fantastic.
lot of business owners like that out there that would be willing to open up their home and teach you.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree. There's not a lot of that out there. And
Do they still like carry stuff there?
they preferred to have an in-house baker,
Oh,
which I
yeah.
totally understand. So
Understandable,
they
yeah.
ended up picking up
Because
somebody
you
pretty
said they
awesome.
had a kitchen.
Yeah, exactly. And I get that. Why, if you have the kitchen,
Right.
why not have things made right there, fresh out of the
For
oven?
sure.
So it was just a mutual business decision kind of thing. But I think going along with that, then I think that people sometimes can take things too personally. And if you're reaching out to another business owner, like, looking up to them, saying like, hey, what would you do? I would love to learn from you. This is what I'm trying to do. I think that people just get intimidated versus, or they're like, what? No, we don't want
right. No, I don't need any competition.
They give you all the wrong answers.
You want to spit in your food. That's the key. Trust me.
5-second rule. It's fine.
Just drop it on the ground for a little bit. It adds flavor, I swear. That's the secret. What do you think let's go through each business. 3 Twigs. What is your best selling items there? Donuts?
She's whispering.
I did see those pictures of Pop-Tarts.
They sell out like boom.
Pop-Tarts, yeah. When the pandemic first happened, it was me, one other person, and my husband Tim, and I just had a baby too. And we were trying to think of easy ways that we could still bring in income, but do it with a very small staff and not be open. And so we were like, let's do weekly pre-orders and get people excited, showcase some stuff. And we were like, this week we're doing Pop-Tarts. Yeah. And I said, max we could make is probably 700 Pop-Tarts in this week. And so we did. I posted, we have a limit. When they sell out, they sell out.
Are you coming up with all these ideas?
Yeah. And Kelsey.
On your vision board?
Yeah, on the vision board.
Took a little piece of Pop-Tart cardboard and stuck it on. I just had a Pop-Tart the other day.
Oh my gosh.
Cut that one out.
It's on the vision board.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, the Pop-Tarts sold out in like an hour. 700
I don't think I've ever seen
gone.
anybody make like a home. I mean, I guess a lot of bakeries.
I'd like
look
to
at
say
that,
I invented it, but
I
did not.
Yeah. But that's cool, though.
Yeah, that's our biggest thing.
Idea.
We can't make enough of them, literally.
How about the new spot, though? You're going to be able to crank out a bunch of
That's why we're hiring right now, so anyone
looking for a job? What are you looking for, bakers?
Yeah, we're looking for bakers, a cook, and baristas.
Okay. We're looking for social media. No, I'm just kidding.
Everyone's trying to poach this one. Everyone.
No, we are expanding our team now, looking for creators and social media managers, marketing people, and everything.
That's awesome.
So yeah, we're things have been good. Can't complain either. Yeah.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
Yes.
All the community growing here. Local businesses. No. How about so at the Biscuits and Brunch, there's like there's like a market in there too where stuff people.
The market is on the salted lemon side.
Oh, it's on the salted lemon side. Okay. In Biscuits and Brunch, so you guys, is it just like lunch?
Brunch.
Brunch.
Breakfast and lunch. Yeah.
Okay.
And then that brunch hour.
Have just with that time, like not staying open later, things been good?
Yeah.
You see it? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's worth it, and I know that
I've always kind of
staff
wondered
really
that.
like that. Yeah.
Because like downtown, a lot of times people, same down there, they do kind of that, like either just stay open during lunch or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, is that worth it? Like to just do, you know what I mean? So I was just curious how that. How about there? What's the most popular item you got?
Anything with fried chicken.
I hear horseshoe all the time. Anytime I'm over there, I hear horseshoe.
Yeah. Which is so funny because I actually originally didn't want to put horseshoes on the menu because I was like, everyone does it.
Right.
It's overdone. I want to be different. And then our
Nathan is just
our chef and manager there, Nathan, was like, you can't do it. You can't do it. He's like, good luck. Like, people won't come. They're going to come here and they're going to say, I want a horseshoe.
Yeah.
You have all the stuff to make it. Why won't you make it? I'm like, okay, I'll listen to you. We'll do it.
Nice.
And he was right. You hear that, Nathan? You were right.
I'll loop that back a couple times for you, Nathan. You were right.
The fried chicken, though, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Fried chicken sandwich, fried chicken horseshoe, fried chicken mac and cheese.
How it seems like, I looked at all your pages and it seems like a lot of stuff is kind of rotating, or you have new stuff constantly. Is that a correct statement?
So we have our staple menu items, and then we do a lot of specials. And the reason why we are special heavy is what I call it, is because I really want them to be creative. Like, right. I love that Nathan cares so much about food and cares about Biscuits and Brunch, that he's willing to show his creative side. And I mean, every special is his brain. And I think that's really amazing. A lot of other businesses are kind of scared to let a manager or a chef or a cook outshine the person in charge. And I'm all for it. Like, outshine. Because, let loose. That's a good way to put it, because it's bringing people in and it's keeping him around because I'm giving him an outlet to do what he loves.
Yeah, release some creativity.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
What kind of planning are we talking about here? How much of a nightmare is this for you? Because I know for us, we go for quite a plan ahead for people, and with posting and scheduling ads and stuff like that.
Yeah, I still haven't gotten to the scheduling part yet, but it's honestly fine. I mean, I like all right, I'm going to post this today.
Yeah.
Like, let's see what it does.
What's going on there today.
Exactly. Like, what do we...
Is that what it is? Pretty much daily? It's like, all right, what are we going to do
today?
Yeah,
literally. Yeah, that's what... I mean, that's all
Like, this morning, I'm just like, what do I feel like posting today? Yeah. So it's just like...
And she takes all the photos, too, so...
But is it, like, daily? Like, there's always something different or random?
More so weekly, unless...
Okay.
Sometimes, though, we'll have something, like, during the week, and then on the weekend, we'll try, like, add to it. So there'll still be that thing we posted about during the week, but we'll also have the weekend special as well. And honestly, it's not that we wouldn't have that weekend special every day that week. It's just that we can't keep up. Yeah. I mean, we serve on a Saturday and on a Sunday, again, 300 to 400 people in a 5-hour period. Oh. And that has not stopped since we've opened. We have lines as soon as we open till just about close.
At Biscuits?
At Biscuits and Brunch, yeah. Exactly. And so there's only so many biscuits you can make that one person can produce. Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, that's, I mean, good problem to have.
Fair enough.
Better than looking at how do we get people in here?
Yeah. I feel very fortunate. I'm really happy about the response we've gotten from people.
That's awesome. No, I got to go over there. I was hoping you were bringing lunch, but I'm just joking.
I should have asked.
That's the only reason we asked you on. Where do we want lunch today?
I could have brought it next time.
Could have brought my leftovers, dang it.
How about at the Salted Lemon?
I would say that...
Is it a weekly...
We switch flavors monthly/seasonally.
Yeah.
So it kind of... I mean, how would you describe it?
Yeah, it kind of just goes along with, Easter's going to be coming up. So what are, Easter-related or spring, stuff like that.
Everyone's over St. Patrick's Day once Easter comes.
Over.
Yeah, once March 17th is over... Mint and chocolate and beer is gone. We're moving on to strawberries and lemons and all things happy.
Yeah.
So I feel like though we change things a lot, I mean, we do the same thing at the bakery as well. We want to be ahead of the game because, I mean, you see it at the stores. They're ready for Christmas right when, I mean, sometimes before Halloween. Yeah, sometimes, but
yeah, I was in Lowe's and they had like all this summer stuff already. I'm like, man, is it getting warm out?
Yeah.
Freezing. There's snow on the ground out there.
People like to be ahead of the game and the customer base, that's what they want. As soon as this is over, they're ready to move into that next phase. So that's what we're all about is keeping up with that, bringing you the new flavors as soon as you're ready for them.
Yeah. Well, I think the way that you do it, as long as you can keep up with the different things, I'm like that. Like I always want to try something new.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I could see like doing that to places and stuff is you guys are doing it, obviously. People like it.
Yeah.
And I understand why.
Keep things interesting.
For sure.
Exactly.
What was I going to say? So at the Salted Lemon, there's a market in there. What kind of stuff?
Yeah.
What kind of stuff is there?
So we'll sell like fresh breads from Three Twigs Bakery, fresh flowers from True Colors Floral. We sell local honey, local milk, like local dairy, local eggs.
Okay.
We sell stuff from Biscuits and Brunch side too. That's how we collaborate with them. Like we sell all the house-made sauces that they make, the fry seasoning. We sell, the biscuits from there. And then in the Salted Lemon,
sounds like an accounting nightmare.
It's just a lot of like wholesale, like a lot of sending invoices, and we figure it out. It works somehow, one way or another. Yeah, thanks, Clay. And through the Salted Lemon, I would say our two biggest things would be our cloud candy, which is our house-made cotton candy, which we don't use any artificial flavors or colors, just like with the soft serve. and then our edible cookie dough.
Okay.
And we have lots of flavors of that. I mean, that's when I said the market is doing really well and we need more shelf space, I wasn't kidding. It's because of the cloud candy and the edible cookie dough.
Nice. I wonder, my wife just had some edible cookie dough. I wonder if she got it from there. What's it look like? Is it in the container it's
yeah,
in?
like in a deli container, yeah.
I'll have to ask her. She was eating it. I was like, are you eating cookie dough? What is that? Okay. Hers was different than that, I think. She didn't give you the business. Sorry. I'll yell at her. So what's your day like? You're like, well, I'm going to get breakfast at 3 Twigs, get some lunch over.
I always head over to Salted Lemon, go in the back hallway, see what Nathan's up to. Where's my breakfast? Where's my breakfast?
Then I got to go get
Need my energy.
Then I got to go get dessert. And it's a day, make a couple
Put a little soft serve in my coffee.
Yeah, she does too every morning.
It's delicious.
Soft serve and coffee.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Today
it
or
cools it
yesterday?
down teeny bit
Yeah.
because these keep coffee too hot. Too
Yeah,
long.
I'm a nice coffee person. I'm not a big
I like
fan
You
of
should
hot
try it
coffee.
with soft serve.
Yeah, I've never even heard of that.
She
What an
did it with the
interesting
Irish
concept.
cream soft serve yesterday. And
And we're gonna have a cold brew float.
Those are innovators
soon,
over
so.
here.
that's what we do.
Just in there mixing stuff. What did you say? A cold
brew float.
Float.
So it'll
Yeah.
be with Irish cream and cold brew from Redbud Coffee. Redbud
Nice.
City Coffee.
Who provides the coffee for you guys?
Yeah, we use them at all 3 places.
Nice. Well, collab. You guys are just collabing, making
Yeah.
stuff. That's fun, though. That's
It is,
awesome.
and you get to meet a lot of cool people too.
Yeah. So, you're an owner of the 3 places or partner, whatever you want to
Yeah.
say there, one of the owners. But you have managers at each one?
Yes, we do. Yeah.
So you're kind of just bouncing around, deciding.
Literally all day, every day, me and Kelsey are going to each business. We are just here. Oh yeah, now we got to go here. Now we got to back here now. That's
They need
literally
sheet
what we do.
trays.
Yeah, literally. We're the fill in the blank girls. Like literally whatever
Checking on
needs done,
everything
that's
and
what we
running.
do.
Yeah.
The regional managers.
Assistant to the regional.
Yeah, perfect.
Well, that's hilarious. So, but you like, are you, how do I want to frame this? Do you have like a lead baker at 3 Twigs, or are you I guess I'm asking, like, is there somebody you're like collaborating with coming up with stuff at 3 Twigs, or are you kind of mainly coming up with those things?
We have, just like we were talking about how, like, at the Salted Lemon, we switch it up frequently. At the bakery, we switch it up frequently, but we also have staple menu items. So, and same thing at Biscuits and Brunch. So at the bakery, I have staple menu items that I've had on my menu since it was just Tim and I.
Everybody just knows.
Yeah, but I also, like I talked about with Nathan at Biscuits and Brunch, I love it when people show their creativity side.
And that's what I was
And
wondering. Is
that's
there
what
another
we-
baker there that you kind of have do stuff also?
Right now,
or-
we only have 2 bakers there,
Okay.
and I mean, they are Caitlin and Bryce. I literally can't say how thankful I am for those 2 girls. They are people that I believe will be with us for a long time,
Awesome.
and people that really deserve their jobs in a way. I wish I could give them $100,000 a year if I could afford it. Seriously, they're amazing. And I love the fact that when I say, like, okay, these are the things I did last year for St. Patrick's Day. They did really well. I want to keep them on our menu. But now I want each of you to come up with something fun that you want on the menu.
Oh,
and it's
awesome.
really cool to see every time it's a new holiday
Yeah.
or a new season that what they come up with. And I've never not been impressed with them.
That's great. It's good to have, people you can rely on that are creative and love what they do,
Yeah.
and you can trust them to make
Yeah.
it happen over there.
The team we have at all 3 businesses right now, I feel really, again, not trying to sound super corny, just being like honest, they are amazing. And it's really hard to find people that care just as much as you do, because
Yeah.
it's not, quote unquote, it's not their business. So
So
people usually
someone
don't
that
feel
can
as
take
attached.
ownership. and,
Yeah, but they do at all. Like I said, at all 3 businesses, I'm blown away at just how fortunate I am to have people that I can trust, to have people that are creative, reliable. It's really amazing.
Oh, that's awesome. So this is a random question. I don't know
Lay it
why.
on me.
I don't know why it popped in my head. It's just from a business standpoint. I'm just curious.
Okay.
You don't want to answer it. You don't have to.
Okay.
How? So there's 3 businesses, and you're running everything for the 3 businesses. Do 3 paychecks or? I'm just curious. How's that from an accounting standpoint? Like, I'm just curious how that.
That's actually a really great question. So,
if it's going to implicate you, do
and I
not
just
give
got
an
a home
answer.
loan too. So I mean, that was fun to explain.
Fun, yeah. When she,
What do you have? 3 jobs? What are you doing? An hour each one?
So when Kelsey very first started, we really didn't know what to do, because you're right, that is really tough. So she was just getting paid from the bakery because we felt like that was her main job.
Most of her
we
time,
weren't really
yeah.
officially open at the other 2 places yet. That's where we get the most emails, so she was paid through the bakery. And then when we realized just how much we needed her at the other 2 spots, and I'd already built such trust with her, we're already paying her, why not just bump it up and then say, hey, come work here too.
Yeah.
So that's up to you, I guess, if you want to.
No, that's all good. I was just curious because I'm partners in other businesses,
Yeah.
and I get paychecks from each business.
Yeah, and that's what it.
So I
I mean,
was
it's
just
3
curious,
separate
like,
businesses, and that's kind of that's kind of what Clay said. He was like,
Sorry, weird question.
No,
that was just my business.
Do you want to know how
just
much?
my business. What's your pay? No, sorry. Like I said, you didn't have to answer that.
No,
I
you're
was
just curious. It's fine. It's
yeah.
I just, from business owner perspective, like I just
The
think of
logistics with
weird
that
stuff
stuff,
yeah.
like that. Yeah, it's like, what am I gonna do here?
And it was
get it.
totally fine, and she had agreed to it. And then whenever she went to get a home loan recently, that was when it became the pickle, when we realized, oh, now we get why it might be an issue. But I mean, we got through it.
Yeah,
so.
sign it today.
That was tough. I knew I was going to start Oopbox. I didn't know it was going to be called Oopbox, but I knew I wanted to start something on my own. But I was like, I basically waited to start it and leave my other job until I had my first house. Because I knew that I was like, if I quit and start a business, like I'm not going to get a loan. They're not going to give me a loan. What do you do? Oh, I just quit my job, but I'd like to buy a house. But I knew I would be able to make the money that I needed to, just because I'm going to go do it. I was going to garage sales, buying, selling stuff, you know what I mean, on Saturday morning.
You had that confidence in yourself. That's really amazing.
So that was kind of how I handled that. I was like, well, I'll buy a house and then quit. I would not suggest that to anybody else. That's not a suggestion.
Wise words.
Do not buy a house and quit your job. So 3 businesses. You guys are bouncing around.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Got a new primary location coming.
Yep.
What's next? You got anything on the horizon that we're going to share?
Full service
here?
wedding venue.
Yeah, that's the next
10 years from now.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is I literally have plans drawn up. I was going to build a venue and put my studio in part of it, and then the other part just use for either weddings or just I just like events, I mean, Jamie, we always talk about collaborating on events and stuff.
Yeah.
And I had these plans drawn up. I knew where I wanted to put it. I got the piece of land picked out. I was like ready to try to make it happen. I had some investors that wanted to be part of it. And then COVID hit, and I was like, holy shit.
Nobody wants to invest in venues.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to. I'm like, damn, I'm glad I didn't do this. Let's just roll those up and throw them. I think
maybe in 5 years.
There's the roll right there. Just tuck that in the corner over there. We'll revisit that someday.
That's hilarious. Give it a few years.
Could you imagine if I like put it all on the line and open this venue, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, you're not going to have any events for a couple of years. Sorry.
Oh, that is so sad.
I know. Well, I was lucky. I was like, Jesus.
Yes.
So I just totally pivoted there. Talk about pivoting.
Yeah.
Let's put that one on the back burner and see if
At
it
least
comes
we'll be
back
ready.
around.
Whenever the time does come, you'll be ready. Yeah.
That was scary. It was close. But is that something you really think you want to try to do sometime?
Yeah. I mean, I don't see why not. It's
kinda
on
have
the vision board, so I'm just checking them off, going down
We
the
gotta
list.
see this vision board. We need a live
Few
stream.
years, at least.
We need a live stream of the vision
Emily's
board.
brain.
24/7 vision board view. Just see that Pop-Tart get stuck on there.
Oh my gosh.
Cat cafe. That's on my vision board.
Yeah, she wants a cat cafe. I'm still trying to
Cats?
figure out how logistically that can be fine.
What does that mean? Kitties are in there?
Yeah, kitties are in the cafe. Yes.
Holly
It
would
is.
like that. Holly's out there. She's got a little kitty. She loves that.
Yeah, Holly. fellow crazy cat
Well,
lady.
you might have a little partner there, but you can't take her from me, okay? You can be a partner, and we can do social media, but
That's it.
what's going on in Cat Cafe? Little kitties just drinking, sipping coffee
No,
or
it's
something?
just, you know,
Hopped
cats
up?
that...
Cafe for cats.
No, it's for
Good.
cat people.
Oh, okay. So you just bring
But
your
there are
cat
cats there. I'm from St. Louis, and there's a couple around there, and so I've been there, and I fell in love.
all the
I
crazy
love
cat
cats.
ladies there.
Oh, yes.
You can't bring 12 cats in here, lady. I'm sorry. We're
There's already
limited to
12
2.
cats here, so it's fine.
We have a limit. Kelsey's vision for it though was to have it be adoptable cats, like have
Yeah.
cats in there,
That'd
and
be cute. What if
'Cause-
it's like a psycho though? That's what I worry about with cats. Like
Well,
some of them are just
you
crazy.
go to I volunteered at the feline ranch that's out in is
I
it
don't know about any of this stuff.
Rochester?
The feline ranch?
It's Forever Home Feline Ranch, yes.
Where they're saving
and I
cats?
cleaned 40 litter boxes every day.
Holy. Oh, there's a lot of cat
I don't
poop.
have time for that anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I would just take some kitties from there that already get
Okay.
along. Don't worry,
Bring
I
your
have it
cats.
all planned in my. I don't
It's
have
in
it
your
right
business
written
plan.
out.
It is
but-
kind of interesting though because you go to like Lowe's. You can bring your dog in there. I bring my dog in.
yeah.
Never seen anybody walking a little cat through there though. You know.
Well, you wouldn't bring your own cat. That wouldn't be allowed.
Oh, that doesn't work.
It's just
They might have
adoptable
fleas or
cats.
something.
So it's just people that want to
Hang out
come
with
hang out
kitties.
with some cats and
Yeah.
drink some good coffee. Coffee cat is what I would
Kitty cat,
call it.
Coffee cat. Oh,
Yes.
don't
Why
give
would
all
you
your
say
don't
that?
give all your
Yeah, now
secret.
it's someone's taking it.
Now we got to trademark it. Get the lawyer on the phone. Get the accountant.
Whoops.
She didn't mean that. It's a terrible name.
It's
Yeah,
awful.
horrible.
Anybody that uses that is
Not
just an
creative
idiot.
at all. Nope.
All right, kitties. I'm gonna come in there.
In an
You
art
let me
studio.
know.
Yeah. It'll just all come together.
Yes.
Pure cat paintings.
Yes.
I promised my
I like
husband,
it.
he literally told me the other day, because I heard a place might be opening up in town, and I was like, that's a really nice spot, Tim. And he said, I swear, if you open something, I'm leaving you tomorrow. So we have an agreement right now. He said once the Salted Lemon opened, so that's almost been a full year, so I technically have 4 years left, but he said 5 years, and then you can work on something else.
It's hard to. I mean, I guess if you have good people running those for the most part.
For sure.
Otherwise, it's tough, man. Like the reason I'm part of other businesses is because like my responsibilities work into what we're doing here already.
Yeah, fair enough.
So the marketing stuff, we just work it into our daily routines, and that's my part. But if I had to run the businesses,
Yeah.
like I would not be involved.
That's why staff is so important. Now I was talking them up earlier.
Yeah.
It's I feel like one of our priorities in our business is set up is how we treat our staff.
Mm-hmm.
And not saying that other places fail at that
I mean,
or
I shouldn't verbally abuse.
Yeah,
my
please
staff.
don't verbally abuse, don't physically abuse. Yeah, I think that a lot of people just assume everybody's like a number. Everybody's easily replaceable, and technically that's true, right?
Yeah.
It can be easy to find a barista, or it can be easy to find a cook or somebody that likes food or whatever. But you can't really train somebody to be reliable or to care or to be kind
or passionate about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or to care
Something other than
about you.
Yeah.
for sure.
So I think it's like I'm really laying out the corny stuff today, but it's like a family.
No, it's. I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
I mean, good help and people that care about what they're doing and
Yeah.
want to grow and.
Well,
yeah.
I invest in them just as much as they invest their time in me, because that's how I can continue to make Springfield be a place that I want to see and grow businesses here that, I feel like are missing. I can't do that without them. I can't.
What's your
continue
background?
That.
How, like before? I mean, starting a business. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Is coming out of.
Tim and I mean, we started Timley's Treats when we were 18 and 19, so I
So-
don't really have a background.
I just didn't know if you went to like school for business or anything.
No,
or...
I worked at a place in Elkhart, Illinois, a little bakery, from the time I was 15 until they basically closed when I was almost 19.
So you got some bakery experience there.
Yeah, but it wasn't the reason why Tim and I started having those date nights together was because I worked at a business for 3 years, and I didn't feel like I learned a lot. And I feel like a lot of businesses do exactly what that business did, which was not make anything from scratch. It's, cakes are from the box mix, and everything was a shortcut. And so I learned some kitchen essentials, but I didn't learn how to actually make it from start to finish. And I thought that was the norm, and I didn't like that. I didn't like that was normal for us to be selling items that I add water to and call it a day.
Right. Okay. So no schooling though, nothing.
No, I call it homeschooled.
That's good though. So no college. No college.
I did go to college, and about 2 years in, so technically what would have been an associate's, but not really. I really thought about it. Tim and I had been doing the farmers market for 2 years, and I had told myself I can do it all. I can do what my parents want me to do, and I can, because I was going to school for psychology.
Oh, okay.
And I can do what I want to do. And I was like, I really feel like I can't put my whole heart into something. I felt like I was doing the normal. You go to college, you get the degree, you get the job, blah, blah, blah. And I was babysitting at the time, and the woman I was babysitting for made great money, 6-figure salary. And she was like, yeah, I hate my life. And that's very, a lot of wealthy people who have these corporate office jobs. She was the CFO of something. I don't know if I'm allowed to say.
Yeah, that's right.
And she hated it. She hated the people she worked with. She hated the atmosphere.
Yeah.
She hated the corporate stuff. And she was like, one day when I have enough money, I will open a nail salon. That was her vision. And a lot of people do that. A lot of people go the corporate route, go the office job, and then eventually they start their dream. And I said, not for me, and I quit. I stopped going to school, and I said, I'm not doing it. I'm not going this traditional route of eventually I'll follow what I want to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it now. I don't care that I don't have money, because that's why a lot of people don't do it. They stop when they have enough money. And I said, I'll just figure it out, and I did.
That's awesome. Well, good for you.
Inspirational.
Shut up.
No, tearing up over
You're the worst.
Memoirs book coming soon. No, I think that college nowadays, with so many resources online, and just unless you're trying to be a lawyer or a doctor or something that you have to go to college, I think if somebody really wants to learn something, they can just do it. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know how. I mean, you said you worked at that. When you were doing those date nights or whatever, how were you guys baking that stuff or learning to do that stuff? Was it YouTube videos or just looking online, directions?
We watch a lot of Food Network, and then really we just kind of messed around.
Yeah.
It's really kind of it's like I want to say, oh man, there were lots of failure. I remember somebody interviewed us recently, and they wanted to hear about all the mess ups Tim and I had, when we were having those date nights, the big failures or the oven exploding or whatever. And it just really feels like this is what God wanted us to do, because I can't think of a single night like that where we had those mess ups. Tim and I were just doing it, and we figured it out every step of the way. We didn't have any recipe disasters. We wanted to create our own recipes too. So even though we were learning from other ones, we wanted to make it our own.
Around a little bit more. Yeah, but there's just so many resources to learn.
Exactly. Yeah, there really is. The internet's great.
Yeah. I got my bachelor's degree or whatever, but and I had some good classes in there, but I didn't take any classes on video production. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I learned all that myself. The graphic design stuff, I think, helped a lot with video production, incorporating how stuff looks and graphics and whatever. And I took some, marketing or minored in marketing. But any of the social media stuff, didn't have any classes on that. You know what I mean? It was just all getting on there and wanting to learn. And I think if somebody really has that drive, I think, it's easier than ever to learn something.
Podcasts are really great too. I mean, I'm in the
car,
I
know they're good. Trust me, especially inside the box.
Exactly.
No, they are good. They're so informational, and it's just crazy the way the world is nowadays. You can freaking learn whatever you want. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna start a bakery. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll support
it. I'm coming for you. Can I start in yours? No.
Oh, man.
No. All right, let's jump to the question. Hardest part of being a small business owner? Go.
Kelsey took a deep breath, waiting to hear what I would say, making sure I don't embarrass us. Honestly, I would say the hardest part about being a business owner is I feel like I'm a people pleaser.
Oh my gosh, I was going to say that. I knew it.
For
Sorry,
us?
You guys spend too much time together.
I knew it.
Just go share that
Sorry,
microphone.
go ahead.
I'm a people pleaser, and I've had to give up on that as a business owner, and that's been the toughest part because you think it'd be a great quality because of the fact that it's great for customer service. Like, you want to make everybody happy, and I do my best to do that. But between staff, between your own family life and your personal life, and then between customers, it's really hard to make everybody happy. And
how many people between the three businesses do you employ? I don't need an exact number, but roughly.
I would say, let's call it let's call it 15. Yeah, let's call
creating jobs out here.
I would say it's about 15, and it will be more once spring and summer comes. But yeah, that's what we want, to create jobs. But it's so hard because not every job is made for every person, and not every restaurant or bakery or ice cream shop or media place or whatever is made for every customer.
Yeah.
And that's something that I had to learn because I was really stretching myself too thin, wanting to say yes to everybody and still somehow try and balance a personal life too. And that became really difficult because then you start having to say no to birthday parties and like to my own family. And whenever I got pregnant, my husband had a really serious talk with me and was like, I love that about you, that you're a workaholic. I love you love your job. I love you love your work family and the customers. But you have to stop. Like, we have to draw the line now.
Yeah.
And what becomes tough is, even though now I have Kelsey, people still a lot of times will expect immediate responses. And I want her to have a personal life too. I want all of our staff to have a personal life and have that separation.
Right.
And it's hard when we live in a world that is very now. And it's hard too when we live in a world where people always expect you to give exactly what they want.
Right.
And not every place can be that for everybody. And I've just had to come to realize we will have upset customers. We will have upset staff, like when, it's
especially
not a good fit or whatever.
Especially in your industry with like food.
Yeah.
I feel like you get probably more, what do I want to say? Not bad customers, but upset customers, I guess, probably more often than a lot of businesses.
I would say that restaurants do the most because people, like I said, like say grandma, you grew up with grandma cooking it for you always this way. And now you come here and we're cooking it different. And so you're like, that's not what I'm used to. So it must suck. Yeah. And I think that Tim and I were talking about this the other day. He loves Arby's. I do not like Arby's.
I think they just had the food poisoning.
Oh, great. Well, then maybe I'll use somewhere else as an example. Let's say Wendy's. Tim loves Wendy's. I don't like Wendy's. Does that mean Wendy's sucks? No, it just means that obviously they're doing something right. For the track record they have, even though it's not maybe the way I would cook food or whatever, that doesn't mean that we have to bash that business now. Right. And I think people forget that as soon as they have a bad experience or it's food they don't like or whatever, they're ready to bash the business, throw it under the bus, never go back again. Yeah. And I think that's the toughest part for me is that I said earlier in this conversation, I think a lot of business owners take things too personally. And when you're a people pleaser, you take things really personally.
And with food, there's so many variables.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you go buy a pair of shoes, like you see what you're getting there.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't fit. All right, return them.
Yeah.
Food, it's like, it's maybe it actually was in the, what I mean? There's so many variables that could affect like that person's meal or something. I mean, stuff happens. Yeah. And you definitely got to be understanding of that. And I mean, I remember one time, mine was a little different. There was a new place and there was something in my food and it wasn't like anything bad, but it was like a seed or something, but I like bit down and I thought I cracked my tooth and I was like pissed because I was like, is my tooth cracked? So I was like quick to leave a review And they responded, and we're like, sorry, so sorry, whatever. And then I felt bad, and I was like, I'm sorry, I was just frustrated. I was like, I'll take the review down, And they didn't ask me to do anything.
Yeah.
I felt bad because I was like quick to respond. And
Yeah.
No, I think you're right. And
well, we live in a world that loves negative too.
Yeah.
So as soon as that one bad review happens, people really absorb that information.
Yeah.
And even if they've never been to
Right.
the place before, they're ready to throw it under the bus.
And that's the tough thing too with reviews is it's so easy to get a negative one, but then a lot of times hard to like get people to go leave those positive reviews
Yeah. I mean, we're very fortunate. We have way more happy people and way more positive reviews than negative. But I think that people tend to forget that that we're real people. It's even like we're not McDonald's. We're not a corporation. Like
Right.
we're real people who care about the community, who care about food, who care about customers. And when people are quick to be negative, it really is unfortunate that that's what I mean by this. The hardest part about being a business owner is could literally, I told you we serve over 300 people in a day, and I could have 300 people give us
just
the most
biscuits and
positive.
brunch?
Yeah, biscuits and brunch.
How much you think you do between all? How many people a day you think between all?
Oh gosh, oh my gosh, I would say, oh my gosh,
That's a tough one.
I would say 200 there, 300 there, 300 there, probably 700 people. Yeah,
that's
in a
crazy.
day. Yeah, and so let's say that then out of all the places, 700 people
You
on a
are
Saturday.
bound to have a couple people.
And out of that 700 people who are
Statistically,
so nice and positive, left good reviews, made your day, you'll have one person that will say something that can ruin your entire day. And I hate that. We will never respond like negatively or whatever, especially if we messed up. You always want to fix when you
Right.
mess up. But when it's something that's just kind of like, huh?
Overpriced.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Overpriced.
There's not much you
that
can
can
do
be a
there.
big one. If somebody says that, you're overpriced or something like that, it's like, couldn't you just not come? No one's forcing you to buy it. No one's forcing you. But yeah, it hurts to hear that because for us personally, for my husband, Tim, for all of our staff, we worked so hard to set this up and make every single person happy. And when you have somebody that isn't, it really does. It can break your spirits.
For sure. I know. I kind of, the same thing with me. Like if something gets messed up or there's a problem or someone doesn't seem happy with something, I take it very personally.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, what do we need to do here? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, what's the issue?
That's what I mean. You want to fix it. You want to fix it. Yeah.
When you own the business, it's like, it's your thing. And that's part of the problem. I have a photo booth business. And one of the things that's, I try to I've tried to find people to run it, but like finding someone to run it that I know is going to be able to like give the proper experience and the customer, you know what I mean? And just everything is, it's tough to get that right person. And
Kelsey always says that people aren't just looking for good food, they're looking for an experience.
For
That's what
sure.
she always tells me. We got to give each and every
Elevate
guest
the
an
customer
experience. Yes. And it's especially if they come in, they're like, it's our first time here. Like they're not wanting just a normal treatment. They're ready for and we got to give it to them. And I'm ready for it. I love it.
That's awesome. Are you guys both from Springfield?
I'm from Athens.
Athens?
I'm from O'Fallon, Missouri.
Okay. How'd you end up in Springfield?
I met my husband. He lived down the hall in my dorm
sucked
at
you up.
SUE. So,
Beautiful.
and then I came here.
Live down the hall. They have mixed, like, okay.
Dorms at-
I don't know how.
yeah.
I didn't stay in the dorms. I don't know how that works. I thought they were always separated, though, no? Most colleges
some of them
are?
are.
Yeah. Depends.
Yeah.
You guys breaking the rules over there.
Take it up with us.
Well,
They're married now, so
yeah.
what are you
Worked
gonna
out,
do?
I guess. Thanks, SIU dorms. Send them a thank you letter.
Prairie Hall.
Well, thanks so much for coming on today.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
I don't know if I've laughed so
fun.
much on a podcast
Good.
before.
Cool. That's what we want. Good times.
Yeah, we're a good time.
We're super fun.
So on Monday about noon, if you want to come in for like a 5-minute podcast and bring, some lunch. No.
Perfect. Next
We're
time,
closed
yeah.
at all places, sorry.
No, I want to get over there and try it. I kind of hate myself just talking about the stuff that I haven't tried it.
I mean, how can you look at everything
now
on
I'm
social
hungry.
media?
Yeah,
I
it is
know.
sad, really.
Go there.
I understand it. It's
Jeez.
if it's a time issue.
It's
I
because they're
understand.
terrible pictures now.
Oh my gosh, that one, yeah. Don't get started.
I already
there.
told you there are good pictures. I'm just joking. No, it all looks delicious. I am. I'm gonna go over there next. What's today? Friday.
Yeah.
We moved to Sherman, so that's part of
Oh,
the issue
cool.
too. We used to just live right over on the west side, so it was way more
Yeah.
convenient. But you couldn't open it then, could you?
Oh, sorry. Jeez. I get it.
Trying
This
with
is
the
what I
pandemic.
mean.
You
the
guys just
people
really
pleaser.
aren't. You just really aren't catering to me over here. I'm leaving a review.
Oh man.
No, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you.
So we got biscuits and brunch right next to the Salted Lemon, Isles and Chatham,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yes. Good job.
They're on social media. You can find them. They're there. Three Twigs Bake. You said that's out on Toronto now? Is
Yeah,
that
it's on
right now?
Toronto and in,
Not for much longer, though.
Yeah, and in less than a month it will be elsewhere.
Where is it at on Toronto?
It's right next to Lake Point Grill, El Dorado, Snap
Oh,
Fitness.
yeah. Huh. I
Yeah.
don't know. Just because I haven't noticed it out there. It seems like every time I've had, well, I'm not out there very much, and every time I've had it, it's like someone's brought it somewhere, or like.
Fair enough, yeah.
I think
Little
last
event.
year, I got it from Jamie. Did you collaborate with her last year?
Oh yeah. We do stuff with Jamie all
Yeah,
the time.
and I think I ordered it with like the flowers or whatever last year.
Oh,
and-
for Mother's Day or Valentine's Day.
yeah,
or
it was one of
something.
those. Yeah, so it's always just kind of been random.
Yeah.
So, no, delicious stuff. Again, I'm gonna get over there next week for lunch for sure.
Cool.
What time are you guys open till Biscuits and Brunch?
2 p.m. 9 to 2.
Okay. How about with the salted lemon?
That is 11 to 8.
Okay.
And right now we are closed on Mondays and Tuesdays. Eventually we plan to expand that just with
Summertime probably coming up.
yeah.
and-
Well,
yeah.
with COVID and it's hard to find staff, a 5-day work week is much more functional with
Yeah.
the small
Everything going on.
staff. Yeah.
Well, you're killing it.
Thanks, sir.
All this business is happening. You're doing good on social. Pictures look
Thanks.
great. You guys got a big following. You guys are both doing great. Thanks so much for
Thank
coming
you.
on.
Thank you.
And we will link all their profiles below.
Cool.
You can get on there. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.